NanoTrader Quote Board. The quote boards are one of the most important elements on NanoTrader Full because they will allow you to create all the other elements in your layout. The quote boards can be managed via this button in your standard toolbar, Quote Boards. If I click on the menu, I'll have access to the screeners set up in the WHS store if you are purchasing the strategies of certain well-known traders. You'll also have access to the WHS screeners, as well as all the other quote boards that you have put in place. Quote boards can be managed by clicking on Manage Quote Boards. This will allow you to remove quote boards that you do not wish to have anymore. Simply select the quote board and click on the red cross at the top. And delete. OK. It's also possible to create new quote boards by going back on the button Quote Boards and clicking on New Quote Board, New Standard. To add instruments to your quote board, simply go on the window and do a right click in an empty space. Click on Add Symbols. The Select Symbols window will appear. You can either go in the window and select in the list itself the contracts that you wish to add to your quote board. You can also use the search function at the top and type part or the full name of the contract that you wish to add. Once you've selected all the contracts you wish to see in your quote board, simply click on OK and they will automatically be added to the quote board. It's also possible to configure the different columns that are visible in the quote board by doing again a right click in an empty space in the quote board and clicking on Configure Columns. In the list of available fields, select the fields you wish to add, for example, bid volume, and click on the two arrows in the middle to add them to the list of selected fields. Right, now let's add the ask volume as well. And once finished, you can click on OK. The columns will automatically be added. As you can see, some of the fields don't apply to all the contracts. For example, bid and ask volume are only available for futures contracts, not for forex pairs. To remove fields, right-click again, configure columns, select the column you wish to delete and click on the cross. You can change the order of your columns by using the arrows up at the top, as so. Once finished, click on OK again. To place an order directly from the quote board, simply do a right click on the contract you wish to trade and click on Buy or Sell. Select the account you wish to trade on with a left click, and the order ticket will immediately appear on your screen. Complete the ticket and click on Buy or Sell. It's also possible to open a chart from the quote board. Simply again do a right click on the contract and go to Studies. Here the whole list of studies and template studies will appear. Select the chart you wish to open, for example the Heiken-Ashi strategy. Left click and the chart will appear on your screen. Now you see I have two charts open, the plain in 10 minutes and the Heiken-Ashi. To link my quote board to the chart in order to move from one contract to the other very quickly, I can link the two by using the symbol link up at the top. Left click on the symbol, select a color and go to your chart on the right hand side, click on the symbol link for the chart and select the same color, here in this case green. Now the two are linked. If I want to see the chart for Wall Street, for instance, I simply do a click on Wall Street and the chart will immediately change, keeping the Heiken Ashi study, but changing the contract. To do this with a single click, go to the menu Extra and go to Options. Under Speed Trader and other bars, go to the second option, single click in quote board transmits to linked windows, and select yes and then OK. This will allow you to go from one symbol to the other with one single click, as so. It is also possible to rearrange your screen as wished, to place the quote board somewhere else. Do a left click on the top of the window and drag your quote board where you wish to place it. You see, when I move the window inside the screen, these anchor points will appear. Simply by placing my mouse on these anchor points, I will fix the window where I wish to see it. So letting go of the mouse, the quote board will be anchored where I wish to have it. To hide the window, I can use this pin up at the top and mask or to hide the window by a single click on the pin. There, the quote board has temporarily disappeared. To make it appear again, I just have to click on the label, here most popular symbols. I click on the label and it appears again. To save a quote board, I can do a right click inside the window and click either on save if I wish to just save the modifications, or save as if I wish to save it as a new quote board. If I click save as, I can give it a new name, for example, quote board 1, and click on OK. The new quote board will then appear in my list up at the top. Here it is, quote board 1.